Hi everybody, a message here from Victoria. Hi Ollie, I recently started watching your videos and wanted to ask you if you had any advice for the situation I'm in. I've had problems with my mother for many years, but it's only been about 2 years or so that I've known, or at least highly suspected, there's little doubt in my mind, my mother is a narcissist. I've been trying to recover and deal with all the issues that stem from this for years. I managed to move out of the house about a year and a half with my then girlfriend. But after I couldn't find work, we both decided to move back in with our parents since it was cheaper. I knew what I'd be walking into, but I didn't see many other choices. Anyway, since moving back, I've noticed my anxiety is an all-time high and I haven't been able to get a job due to this. The job I had previously, I was already starting to experience high levels of anxiety. I'd get panic attacks, develop a stutter, etc. My mom had been fairly quiet over the months I had been back, which made me more nervous waiting for the other shoe to drop. And it has recently with us moving into a new house. A series of tantrums. It has recently with us moving into our new house. A series of tantrums of things like self-praising and subtle belittling never stop. I'm beginning to think that it's not really safe for me to be here. Some years back, we had had a bad fight in which she cornered me in the kitchen one night. And later some friends came in the middle of the night so I could get out of the house for a while. My mom caught me and chased me down the street, and the next day when I had to come back was the most scared I'd ever been. That was about 3 or so years ago. Recently, though, my brother's friend Jerry came over to help my parents move stuff. Jerry's has always kind of made me uncomfortable. So when he came over, I made sure to go up to my room, close the door, and get under my blankets when I heard them coming up the stairs. My mom let him walk into my room, hover over me, pull the blankets back, and poke me in the face, and didn't do anything even when I expressed discomfort. The other day, I had an event to go to that I was super excited about, but there was a small hiccup that was fairly easily dealt with. And somehow she managed to convince me not to go and escalated my anxiety further. If it didn't suck so much, I'd almost be impressed. My older brother and sister-in-law have offered me a place to stay, but they live pretty far away and have two small sons and a small house. I'd have a small part of their basement, which gets very cold. In addition to that, I have a hobby that really keeps me going through all this, and that's cosplay. People make costumes and wear them to conventions. It's super nerdy and awesome. I'm hesitant to leave because all my friends are here, as well as the conventions that I go. There aren't there aren't any there, and I can't move out on my own because I don't have a job. I'm looking into seeing a therapist that specializes in emotional trauma, and my parents have agreed to let me see one. But I've been trying to figure out how to tell them which one I want to see without them realizing what they specialize in and question me about it. I was just wondering if you had any tips in addition to seeing the therapist to help manage my anxiety. Thanks for your time. Sorry it was a long email. Victoria. Well, Victoria, I certainly understand your hobby and you not wanting to leave your friends or go someplace where your hobbies and your friends aren't readily available to you. However, it might be a better option. You might be able to find the job easier somewhere else. And then once you have a job, you'll be able to move pretty much wherever you want to go. Things are not going to get any better because your narcissist will never stop treating you like you're a child, even though you're a full adult. She allowed a man to come into your room and pull the covers back and poke you in the face. This woman is just out to abuse you any way you can, and she's very mentally manipulative. Hence getting you to throw it, knowing she uses your anxiety against you, knowing that she can control you with it. And don't let them pay for a therapist. There are ways to get therapy without them paying for it, because they will send you to a therapist that they approve of. They're going to want to know, even though they have no right to know. None. They can belittle you all they want about what you talk about in therapy. You don't have to tell them. That's your business. That's your business. And they won't ever, and she won't ever accept that. They won't ever accept that. That's why this is not going to work as long as you're in that house. You got to figure out a way to get out. What's more important to you, cosplay or living with your mother being abused, allowing men you don't like to come into your room and pull covers back and poke you in the face? If you want your cosplay and all your other stuff to be as great as you want it to be, you need to get out of that house, and you need to fix this. And you need to find a therapist who specializes not only in trauma but understands personality disorders. You can't have both. You can't get better with the narcissist in your life. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter what else you have in your life. If you are stuck in your parents' house without a job, at their mercy, whereas in a grown adult, they can chase you down the block and feel entitled to chase you down the block like you're a 12-year-old. Therapy in that house will not make it better. It will make it worse, because your mother has the ability to use your anxiety against you. And when you go to therapy, all those anxieties and all that shit gets churned up, and you are vulnerable. And your mother will use that against you. Period. That's what's going to happen. You will not get better, even with therapy, with the narcissist in your life. Period. Period. And that means you might have to sacrifice your hobby a little bit, but in the long term, you're going to be happier, because you'll be able to experience it much more freer and openly, without all this anxiety and fear that is beset upon you by your mother deliberately. So get out. Take the offer with your brother. Figure it out. There's got to be another option, because you're not going to get better in that house. Thank you for your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any comments or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you want me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you know what to do with the PayPal link in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.